It's a beautiful morning, Elon. Wake up! I'm Victoria Mills.
And I'm Jasmine Turner. Here's what's coming up on ELN Morning. ELN Morning has your backstage pass to the Oscars. We caught up with a familiar face out in Los Angeles to get the scoop.
From movie stars to famous authors, you can now find some of those bestsellers in the most unlikely of places.
And later in the show, we have fitness trainer Andrew Mitchell in the studio to show us some exercises to get in shape just in time for spring break.
This is ELN Morning. Let's get started.
Good morning and happy National Pancake Day. Thanks for joining us on this special early edition of ELN Morning. Because of the university's delayed opening, we're bringing you our show now instead of at 9:50. And if you're waking up with us now, we hate to break the news to you, but we spoke to the university provost, Stephen House, about the closing, and he says there is a 0 chance classes will be canceled today. But according to Smith Jackson, the BioBus shuttles have been delayed due to road conditions, but don't worry, the Denali tram is still running.
Hope you're staying warm inside because it's cold and icy out there. Let's get a first look at the conditions out there this morning. Our Paige Peruso is live in downtown Elon. Paige, what is it like out there?
Hi guys, as you can probably tell by how bundled up I am, it is pretty cold out here. The temperature is currently around 20 degrees, but we have sunny skies. Temperatures were below freezing last night, coating the road behind me in about a quarter-inch of ice. Alamance Communications say there were 4 to 5 accidents on Antioch and Haggard Avenue last night where it is still very icy. So whether you're driving or walking to class, be careful and watch your step. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Paige. And while the delay brought some changes to the class schedule for today, so be sure to take a look to make sure you get to your classes on time. The university will officially open at 10 a.m. this morning, and each class will run for an hour and 15 minutes with 5 minutes in between classes. Classes normally scheduled at 8 a.m. will begin at 10 a.m., and the last class will begin at 2 p.m.
Vice President for Student Life Smith Jackson is responsible for sending emails to students and faculty if there's a snow day. But that's not the only time he sends an email. He shared with Elon Local News his reasons for notifying the university. First, Jackson sends an email if there is an imminent danger to students, like a possible gunman on campus.
Another reason is to ask the Elon community if anyone has information regarding an incident. Jackson also says he typically sends emails if there is some sort of hateful act aimed at an individual student. Other possible reasons include notifying the student body of safety concerns like severe weather or to clarify rumors. Jackson says he is working with Director of Campus Safety and Police Dennis Franks to send out text messages in dangerous situations.
And today in the studio is our Carly Hilliard to tell us what is going on outside the Elon bubble. Carly?
Good morning, ladies. Well, the crisis in Crimea continues as 16,000 Russian troops arrived in the Ukrainian peninsula yesterday. But Russian President Vladimir Putin announced today that he does not plan on annexing Crimea, and he says it's up to the Crimean people to decide their own future. The Pentagon announced last night that it's cut off all military exercises with Russia until the crisis is solved. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry arrives in Ukraine today to attempt to solve the problem diplomatically. And the Winter Olympics may be over, but one former Olympian is still under fire. The trial of Olympic sprinter Oscar Pistorius continues into its second day. He's charged with the murder of his girlfriend Riva Steenkamp last year. The track star made international headlines back in 2012 when he became the first double amputee to compete in the Olympics. Pistorius claims he thought Steenkamp was an intruder when he shot her through a door. The trial is expected to last about 3 weeks, and if found guilty, Pistorius could face a minimum of 25 years in prison. Moving closer to home, frigid temperatures are sweeping across the East Coast. New Jersey is still in a state of emergency, and more than 2,000 flights have been canceled in the Northeast. A winter weather advisory is in effect until noon in North Carolina, so stay warm and be safe on those icy roads. Those are a few of the stories we're following today across the nation and around the globe. I'm Carly Hilliard, Elon Local News.
Thanks, Carly. And now back to local politics. From running for mayor to North Carolina State House, Ian Baltudis wants to make a difference in Alamance County. The ELN graduate just started his campaign for the Alamance County seat in the State House and is looking forward to the next 8 months. He thinks he can bring positive changes to education in North Carolina, and his other 3 focuses include jobs, the business economy, and healthcare. He plans on using a very hands-on campaign.
Hit over 4,000 households in Burlington by foot, wore through 2 pairs of shoes, and plan to wear through many more pairs this year. But really taking the issues to people, getting to know what people really need in the county, and making sure that we do a very good job of representing them.
Baltudis is up against current Republican Representative Stephen Ross, and Ross is also an ELN graduate. He has served Alamance County for 16 years, first as a city council member for Burlington, then as a mayor of Burlington, and now as a representative for District 63. Ross, a House member since 2012, hopes to see many of the proposed reforms on education and finances to their completion, as well as promote camaraderie between political parties.
Good government is some kind of a compromise in the middle. Good government's what we strive for in Burlington. It's where you put the needs of your community first. You put the needs of your state first. You don't let ideology get in the way.
While Baltudis and Ross's race is just beginning, the Academy Award winners were announced this weekend. Our Ashley McGettrick got a sneak peek behind the scenes before it all started.
I'm taking behind the scenes of the Oscars.
The glitz, the glam, the rain. Hollywood's most star-studded night just happened to be the wettest, but a little rain didn't stop me from taking you down the red carpet.
I am definitely missing the couch back at ELN, but I have to say I have a pretty good seat right here on the red carpet.
Hollywood has been basically on lockdown for an entire week to transform this tourist hotspot into a celebrity melting pot. But it took longer than usual this year thanks to Mother Nature.
Yesterday was pouring rain. This was all covered in plastic. Not the best look for the carpet, but today we think we're going to get lucky. They decided to take the tarp off for most of the carpet because it's Hollywood. The show must go on.
Forget wardrobe malfunctions. How about a carpet malfunction? This crimson carpet became more of a Red Sea. Luckily, I found the best seat in the house to get all of the action and none of the elements.
I'm on what's called the bridge. So basically, this is the best seat in the house. Yeah, maybe you don't get to meet the celebrities, but you get to see all of the action.
Fortunately, the rain eventually did let up, and I got a chance to get inside the chaos of the carpet.
Here we go. We're going to walk down the red carpet. Come with me. This is a scene that only I can take you to. That's right. I got you covered. I got your hookup. This is where everyone's going to be walking right now. It's going crazy with the...
So the stars walk the red carpet, but where exactly are they going?
Now, everyone's all excited about the red carpet, myself included, but you forget that there's an actual award show going on, and this is where it happens, right here at the Dolby Theater.
The Dolby seats over 3,000 of Hollywood's royalty each year, and it cost over $20 million to put on the show.
So now we've walked the red carpet, we've seen other reporters, we've come into the theater, and this is the last thing that all the stars are going to see before they take their seats in the theater. So he's going to come up these stairs right here, come with me. And yeah, let's hope no one falls on their trains like Jennifer Lawrence did last year. I'm not sure how she made it up all these stairs and then managed to fall on the 5 stairs that are on the stage, but it's okay, let's go.
At the end of the night, 12 Years a Slave was the big winner, being named Best Picture. Hope you enjoyed your backstage look at Hollywood's biggest night. For now in LA, Ashley McGettrick, ELN Local News.
For more of Ashley's behind-the-scenes look at the Oscars, check out our website at elonlocalnews.com.
Coming up after the break, a library that doesn't use library. Alamance County Library is trying something new.
And we may have a delay today, but will it stay this cold? Stay tuned for the Phoenix 5-day forecast next.
It's been cold all morning, but our warmer temperatures on the way. Our Paige Peruso is still out there in downtown ELN, braving the chilly temperatures. Paige, do you think the weather's going to warm up this week?
Jasmine and Victoria, as you probably know, there is snow on the ground and a chill in the air. It's only about 20 degrees right now, but this afternoon it will be a high of 40 degrees. Hats and gloves still might be necessary, but it will be a pretty day with sunny skies. Now let's look at the Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tomorrow gets even warmer with temperatures around 51 degrees and a low of 29, allowing for some snow to melt. But get ready to break out those rain boots and umbrella. Thursday brings more showers and a high of 47 degrees with a low of 32. Definitely not suntanning weather like it was this weekend. The rain will continue into Friday, but will bring higher temperatures, getting to 55 degrees. Finally, the good weather will arrive for the weekend. The rain will stop, and you may even be able to break out your shorts because the high will be 67 with some clouds but mostly sunny skies. And on Sunday, there's a high of 55 degrees and a low of 34. Hopefully, spring is here to stay. That's your weather this week. I'm Paige Peroso. Jasmine and Victoria, back to you.
Thanks, Paige. Now come inside and grab some hot chocolate to warm up. Walking around in the cold today, you may pass the Martin Alumni Center, but just like ELN over the 125 years, that building has gone through many changes. Our Allison Demora found out more about the building's history.
Today, it's the Martin Alumni Center. But back when ELN was a college, the little white house on the corner of Haggard and O'Kelly belonged to two ELN students. The house was built in 1938, and ELN grads Algier and Minnie Rich lived there. In 1965, the Riches set up an agreement with the Board of Trustees to give their house, barn, and land to ELN College. The couple continued to live in the house, but by 1988, the Riches both passed away, and the house was left without an owner. It was then that it officially became part of the school. Renovations started, and by the end of the year, the house became a student health center. But in 2001, the health center was relocated to North Campus, making way for the financial planning office. The office remained in the house until 2013, but another change was in the works. In the fall of 2013, the Little White House became home to alumni, and is now the Martin Alumni Center. Allison Demora, ELN Local News.
Belk Library is right behind the Martin Alumni Center, but it isn't the only library close to campus. Our Nicole Chadwick found a new place to borrow books right in ELN's backyard.
Medora Burke-Skoll brings her daughter Zelda to the Holt Street Park in Mebane every weekend. Zelda's growing fast, and she's getting pretty good at one particular talent.
She reads hours a day.
They normally go to the library, but this weekend they tried something new.
It's a story about princesses.
It's called a Little Free Library. There are little boxes all over Alamance County and the U.S., filled with everything from picture books to...
I put a couple sci-fi books in there that someone gave me that I wasn't planning to read.
And there's only one rule. Take a book, leave a book. MJ Wilkerson is the director of Alamance County Public Libraries. She knew the Little Free Libraries program would fit because they could provide books to families in rural areas without a library. She says it's important for these little boxes to continue to spread reading and learning outside of her walls.
That's what a library is about, is getting out in the community in such a variety of ways that people aren't used to.
There are 36 Little Free Libraries in North Carolina. Burke-Skoll and Zelda are trying these books for the first time.
Mushroom.
Both mom and daughter approve. Nicole Chadwick, ELN Local News.
Our producer and director were in the kitchen this week for college cooking. Stay tuned to see what they made. University is known nationally for its musical theater program, but what is the life of a musical theater student actually look like at ELN? I followed one student to find out. Austin Henderson knows the hard work it takes to become a member of ELN's Performing Arts program.
This is also a liberal arts school. It's not a conservatory, so we have to take academics on top of our arts requirement.
But musical theater has not always been Austin's dream.
I didn't join musical theater until my freshman year of high school when I got the role of Grandpa Joe in Willy Wonka.
But he has been singing from a very young age.
It's a part of my life. I believe it's my life's calling.
He's known around the musical theater department for his voice.
This woman builds me up, this woman tears me down, this woman speaks and I can break apart.
He's already working towards his dream role.
He has memorized all of the dance numbers and all of the songs, so you can just be backstage at a show with him, walking the class with him in his room, and he'll sing and perform the numbers of the show. It drives everyone crazy, but that's how dedicated and focused he is. Late nights like these spent preparing for auditions are what Austin lives for. For him, it's just the minor steps it takes to achieve the much bigger goal.
Broadway, it's just to be able to do what I love for a living.
Well, hopefully his day was a bit easier today with the extra time to sleep in, but the delay also meant no college coffee this morning, meaning no free food. But our producer, Eric Halpern, joined production manager Brian Mazurski in the kitchen for college cooking.
Before we get started, Eric, let's be men in the kitchen and let's get rid of these things.
Get rid of those ties.
It is early in the morning, so we just got to make sure we're set up right and ready to go. So first, before we even mix any of this stuff together, we've got our quinoa here. We've boiled that for about 10 minutes in some water and then drained it and set it aside so it's good to go. So before we do anything else, that's what we want to do with the quinoa. What do you want to do with the apples?
Well, over here we already have one apple completely cut up, and I'm going to cut this one up while Mez is mixing up some stuff. What are you going to be mixing over
I'll
there?
be mixing up our dry ingredients. So while you go ahead and cut, I'll be over here. Start off, we'll take our cup of flour and mix it inside of a bowl with some pre-measured for me, cinnamon, nutmeg, and baking powder. And that's real easy, and all we've just got to do is quickly mix that together. Eric, how are those apples?
They are coming along nicely.
But while you're still hurrying up and finishing on those apples, I've got some brown sugar and raisins here that I'm going to mix together with a stick of melted butter. And that shouldn't be too long. And then the reason why we're mixing our dry ingredients separately from our wet ingredients is so that when we add the dry ingredients, it starts the reaction process that's going to help it, all the ingredients rise whenever we bake this actual cake.
I was going to ask you why you mix certain ways,
now
but you already answered.
Eric, it's time to mix our quinoa in with our brown sugar raisins. And there we go, looking good.
Almost done over here with these apples.
Ready for the apples?
Yep.
All right, good.
I
think it's time to bring it in. Eric, why do you think it's important to have healthy dessert as opposed to just jumping right into some chocolate? Have we been doing any workouts recently?
Well, we've been doing insanity lately, so we've been trying to focus on our healthy eating habits.
Jumping on the exercise train.
Sean T has been motivating us big time.
I like it. So I'm just mixing all this together.
All right. What can I do in the meantime?
You want to grab the pan over there?
Yeah, let's butter
Bring
it
that
up.
over. Cool. We've got our pan, and let's go ahead and add our dry ingredients to all this nice mixture. Cool. So got that in there, and perfect. Cool. So this is essentially a very simple dessert. So you've got our pan, pre-cooked spray, or just doing some weird contraption that we have there, and pouring our mixture right in there. And then once this is in the pan, Eric, what are we going to do? Putting it in the oven?
We have our oven preheated to 350 degrees. Let's even that out a little bit there, Mez.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then we're going to let it in there for about an hour.
Much better for you?
This is
You like that?
this is
Do you
already
approve?
looking good. I don't know, Mez, you know.
So as you
feel like
see,
you can do
it didn't
better.
take much to mix all of this stuff together, but we've got a nice good batch of mixed cake there. And then once we put that in the oven and bake it for about 50 minutes, it's going to come out looking like this. And here is our quinoa apple cake. And like they do in all television shows, let me just go ahead and cut that there.
Can you cut me off a piece? I'm excited to try
There you
this.
go. To a healthy dessert and to better exercise.
And to
Good
better
morning
exercise.
to you. Okay, back to you guys in the studio.
Now, as you can see, Brian and Eric are a little busy right now, so they passed along the quinoa apple cake for us to enjoy. So let's take a bite.
I love that they're feeding us.
Our stomachs have been growling in here.
I'm excited.
So
Wait.
hopefully this
Let's
is
do
good.
it at the same time.
Okay,
Ready?
I'm on you. Wait, that's really good.
That's really good.
Wow.
I like it.
Boys,
Taste
good
the
job.
If you want to see the recipe for this quinoa apple cake, log on to www.elonlocalnews.com. Coming up after the break, we have an Elon personal trainer in the studio to teach us some moves. Stay tuned. that women need more sleep than men. The research found that women suffer more mentally and physically without enough sleep. Other risks include heart disease, depression, and blood clots. Because females have more of a multitasking brain, sleep is the best way to give it rest. According to the study, 20 more minutes of sleep a night and naps can make all the difference.
Spring break is March 21st, and if you're going somewhere warm for the week, that means that you have less than 20 days to get bathing suit ready. ELN's Gary Grumbach met with personal trainer Andrew Mitchell to learn a thing or two about getting into spring break shape.
Hey guys, we're here with Andrew Mitchell, a personal trainer here at ELN, and we're going to find out how to get a spring break bod in less than 3 weeks. So Andrew, what are some tips you have for me?
Usually what I like to believe in is just 10, 15-minute exercises. Every time you go in, pick your 5 or 6 favorite exercises and you just master those for those 3 weeks. So something for me, I really like the easy ones. We like jumping jacks, we like squats, push-ups, sit-ups, and mountain climbers. Easy, efficient, quick. Drinking water is very important to just making sure that your digestive system works well. I mean, obviously, if your digestive system's not working well, there's a lot of food just sitting in your system. If food's sitting in your system, you're not losing weight. If you're not losing weight, you're not gaining muscle tone. For fruits and vegetables, you tell everyone to eat like it's Christmas, red and green. Usually the red and green vegetables are the ones that are highest in nutrients. You avoid a lot of the sugars and unnecessary calories.
So let's try out some of those exercises that you were talking about, all right?
All right, let's give them a shot. So
right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee to your chest. Put it down. Left knee to your chest. Put it down. All we do is we start picking up the pace a little bit. See? So just like the jumping jack, gets the blood pumping.
It's pumping.
Yeah, there you go. Gets the whole body warmed up.
All right.
Also, every part of your body's working. So you just worked all your muscles. Very quick and efficient move.
All right, very good. Well, thank you so much, Andrew Mitchell, personal trainer. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Now, Atoria, Gary looked like he was struggling through some of those workouts.
Yes, he sure did. And now Andrew is here in studio to show us some tips. Hopefully we'll do a little bit better than Gary. Andrew, what do you have to do for us today?
All right, so like I said to Gary, we don't have a lot of time to get in shape for break. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 or 4 really simple exercises. There's no equipment needed. All you need is your body. So first thing we got coming up is just regular jumping jacks. Let's just knock out 10 normal jumping jacks.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Ready?
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, there we go.
right.
So another good one that a lot of people don't think about is just running in place. Now, a lot of people just take it easy and they just jog in place, but we're gonna do something called high knees. We're gonna get our knees up to our chest. We're gonna try and get everything moving quick and explosive. All right, ready? So get your knees up to your chest. 3, 2, 1, go. Come up.
Everyone at home is probably making fun of me.
Can
we do this? I know I'm not quite the workout girl.
There you
All
go.
for the baby.
Let's go.
Right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. How we feeling?
Pretty good.
There we go. All right, so now we got the blood pumping a little bit. Now, obviously, when everyone goes to the beach, they want to have that six-pack. They want to have the abs. So something simple we're going to do for the abs, we're going to come down to the floor. We're just going to do a simple plank, all right? So down on the floor, right here. Like we're about to do a push-up. We're not going to go down at all. So we're just going to hold this plank. All right? How's this feel? How's this feel?
Oh, it's a little hard.
So from this plank now, we're going to go into what me and Gary were doing called mountain climbers.
Oh,
bring our knee to our chest.
Okay.
Ready? All right, so bring your knee to your chest in 3, 2, 1, go. Now we're moving.
Jasmine, what did we sign up for?
There we go.
All right.
See, this is a really simple exercise. We can do all the time. You can do it anywhere.
Woo,
all right?
okay,
So
all right.
we're going to stay in this position. Stop. No. We're going to stay right here, all right?
Okay.
So those are all the exercises that you can do. Get in shape for
Goodness.
break.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Andrew. That's all we have this morning. Check us out right here next week.
In the meantime, be sure to check us out on social media.